Alright guys, I think you've guessed it. We finally checked out of our nice place. We're headed back to the rental office to hand over the keys. We are going to be scouting the city one last time before we load up at the ferry. I hope you guys liked what you guys saw in the last 2 days that we've been here in Catalina. It's such a nice place. I might be going back. We'll see. I'm looking for a breakfast place, a good breakfast place, like waffles, pancakes, the traditional American breakfast place. I'm pretty sure there's like tons of them over there by the shoreline, and hoping we get to eat a good full breakfast before we start loading up. And I can't wait to be home. Can't wait to actually be at the house and upload all these content, because the house that we were at never had any good internet. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna hand over the keys. Alright guys, we've been walking and walking and walking. It seems like we don't know where to go. I hope we're going to be finally settling in on a restaurant, because I'm kind of getting hungry. This guy over here thinks like I'm a fool walking around the city of Avalon here in Catalina with a camera, and basically I'm talking to myself. But this is not an exercise of being a fool. This is the life of a YouTuber, which I fully embody and embrace. This is the new trend. You talk to yourself, you talk in the camera, and you entertain people all over the world. And that's just the way it is. Let's go figure out where to eat, because I'm really getting hungry. And I really wanted to settle in, have a good breakfast, and call it a day. I'll be back. Alright guys, even though I was having fun here in Catalina, I wanted to be honest with you what's going on in my mind. Basically, I can't stop thinking about the new Sony 16-55mm G Master lens. I really wanted to get it, but I just don't know if the price is justifiable. It's about $1,400, and although my Sigma 16mm f1.4 works great, I really wanted to figure out if the 16-55 is actually really worth it. I'd like to hear about your comments down below and kind of see if this is actually worth getting. And we're going home today, coming from Catalina, going back to Los Angeles. And what I'm thinking about is basically as soon as we get home, I'm going to be running to my local Best Buy, which apparently they have it in stock. And I'm thinking about getting it, and you know, hoping it would really make a difference in terms of what I really wanted to do. In addition to that, I do have a Ronin-SC that I've been using with my Canon M50, but with a Sony, it's actually fairly heavy, and you know, I don't feel like hauling it around, taking smooth footages and whatnot. I'm thinking about getting the Crane M2, but I know the payload is probably not going to work with my thing. But there's a lot of people with the A6400 and A6000 series with a Sigma 16mm f1.4, and they were able to make it work for on the M2. I really wanted to try it out, gotta see how it goes. and hoping it would actually work out. So, peace out. I'd like to hear about your comments down below, and hoping I could give you guys a more relaxed, balanced footages instead of me hand holding my thing. But what I really wanted to hear from you guys, that I've been using the Switchpod for the last 2 days. I wanted to hear more if you're really bothered by the wobbliness of the footages, or it's for the most part okay and save my money and don't even bother getting a gimbal. That's all I wanted to say. We're going to be having good breakfast here at Blue Water Grill. We're going to be spending a few hours around the city before we head up to the port and board our ship going back to Los Angeles. Thanks guys, really appreciate it. I'd like to hear from you. Comments down below about 2 things. One is the 16-55mm lens. Number 2 is my footage acceptable enough where it doesn't have any wobbliness? Should I get the Crane M2? Should I not get the Crane M2? I wanted to hear more from you. So, stay tuned. I appreciate it. Adios. Food coma at its finest. We're so full right now, I can't even, I'm so brain dead right now. And we're on our way back to the ship, headed home. So, farewell Catalina, it's been great. Maybe I'll go back here again. I have a strong feeling we're gonna be back. Alright. We'll talk to you later. That? Can you see it? That's my ride home. This is how YouTubers actually roll. You got a big ship or a big boat to get home. Well, someone actually ripped. I can smell it. Someone ripped.
Not me.
Maybe it's this guy.
Not me.
Or
Not
this guy.
Me. No. Uno reverse card.
Someone ripped. Anyways,
The ocean.
that's the Catalina Express, guys. And that's where we're going to be headed in a few. This is it, guys. We're boarding the Catalina Express. Vacation is over.
Oh my god.
Back to reality, baby. Back to reality. Yes, it's back to reality. Sad, but true.